Hello, my friends. Welcome to this bedtime yoga video that is by request for you if you have issues with prolapse and or overactive bladder. This is really going to be helpful. So if you're somebody who goes to bed and then you feel like you almost immediately have to get up and go again, and maybe again and again, and maybe you have to get up multiple times during the night, this routine is going to help you. We're going to, first of all, actually release our muscles. And we're also going to do a few Kegel exercises, Kegel contractions to teach our body what it means to not be in a position to go to the bathroom. We're going to basically tell our brain we're done going to the bathroom for the day and we are no longer going to be getting up and going to the bathroom over and over again. So that's what's coming. We're going to release and we're also going to signal our brain that our bladder is ready to rest for the night just like we are. So all you'll need for this is a yoga block. I highly recommend keeping a yoga block by your bedside. You can store it under your bed when you're not using it, of course. But starting with Waterfall, which we're going to do right now, is really, really restorative. So what you're going to do is come onto your side and you're going to place the yoga block right under your sacrum. So make sure first that you actually have gone to the bathroom. You've urinated for the last time. Your bladder is empty. So that again, we can tell our brains, okay, we're done going to the bathroom for the day. Right now, we're ready to start heading to bed. So again, make sure your bladder is empty before beginning this. And you're gonna place the yoga block under your sacrum. So under the very back part of your pelvis. Press into your feet, lift your hips up, and just place that yoga block right there. Now, Waterfall is a restorative inversion. So what you do is you bring one leg up and then the other, and just find that perfect position on your yoga block, and then straighten the legs up toward the ceiling. And basically, you're using gravity to kind of pull everything down. You're not using a lot of muscular activation. So this is a pose that's really no work on your part. You're not having to use your leg or your hip muscles to keep everything up. You're just using the alignment of where your legs are in space and gravity pulling everything down. Your hips into the hip sockets. Everything should feel like it's coming down into place. And all of the fluids and swelling maybe that's accumulated in your feet and ankles throughout the day, that can all come back toward your heart. So this is great if you do experience swelling. Really, really nice pose. Breathe steadily. Your hands can be palms up or palms down. And if you need an alternative, you can also do legs up the wall pose, where you're doing this with your feet against a wall rather than up in midair. But I happen to find this up in midair variation really, really relaxing. So just keep breathing. A couple more nice deep breaths. You may find that this pose also relieves tension across the lower abdomen. And even though it's a gentle inversion, some people actually find this to be helpful if they have menstrual cramps and menstrual discomfort. So, nice little bonus tip for you there. One or two more nice deep breaths, and if you want to, you can gently circle your ankles around or maybe even bring your legs out to the sides and then back together, whatever feels good. And then very carefully lower your legs one at a time, bend them, place them down on the ground, and then remove that block and roll to your side to come up onto your hands and knees. For our next move, we are simply going to rock our body. Rocking motions are very, very soothing and calming to the nervous system. Just ask a baby, they know. Rocking helps you relax and fall asleep. So just rocking forward and back, breathing gently. Again, we want to work on relaxing the nervous system, soothing the nervous system, and also releasing and relaxing the pelvic floor muscles too. A lot of times with prolapse and overactive bladder, the pelvic floor muscles are actually really tense and contribute to some of the symptoms. So releasing those muscles is really key. Feel your sitting bones spread apart as you rock back. So right now, the sitting bones spreading apart and the pelvic floor muscles releasing. Now, if it feels good to you, maybe swirl around in a little circle. Don't think, just move. Move in a way that feels good to you. Breathing deeply, and then go the other way with your circles. Breathing deeply. And now when you feel even, come to a nice neutral position. And we're gonna move into puppy pose. So for puppy pose, if you need a yoga block under your forehead, go ahead and grab it. But you're gonna keep your hips right where they are, over your knees, and walk your hands forward. In the pose, feel your sitting bones spreading apart and letting your pelvic floor muscles release and relax. 4 to 5 deep breaths right here. On your next inhale, come up onto your hands again, inhaling. And exhale, you're gonna sit back into child's pose as you exhale. Sit back as you exhale. In child's pose, you might wanna spread your knees apart. I like the way it feels to spread my knees apart, feet together, and then sink forward. 4 to 5 deep breaths. On your next inhale, go ahead and come on up, look up, and exhale, transition back onto your hands and knees. Then come onto your back for the rest of our moves. And you can do the rest of the moves actually in bed. So you can either be on a yoga mat or in bed for the rest of the routine. Come onto your back. And if you like having a pillow under your head, you can. But we're gonna begin, whether you're on a yoga mat or in bed, begin with your knees bent and lift your right leg up toward the sky. Hold on behind your thigh and just stretch out the back of the leg, the hamstring area. Breathe deeply and relax. Two more nice deep breaths. If it feels good to you, you can roll your foot out. And then on the next exhale, go ahead and transition to half frog. So bending your knee, holding on to your ankle, and then this bent leg, your left bent leg, can just flop out to the side, whatever feels good. Just relax in this half frog position, opening up the pelvic floor, opening up the inner thighs. If you need to put your left hand on your left hip just to keep everything stable, you can do that. Breathe deeply, open everything up and relax. One more nice deep breath. And then you're simply going to straighten your left leg and set your right leg down into a adductor inner thigh stretch. If you'd like to place your hands on your inner thigh and then maybe on your left hip to keep everything stable so you're not tipping like this or like this. Just use your hands to stabilize everything and open up the hips. One more nice deep breath. Knowing that release is the most important part. Now bring the leg up. Use your hands to help. Bring the other straight leg up. And we're gonna switch sides. So keep your right leg bent and straighten your left leg toward the ceiling. Hamstring stretch. Maybe circling the ankle if that feels good, but only doing things that are slow and easy. Breathing deeply. One more deep breath in and out. And then bend your knee and grab on through the inside of the leg to the ankle. Let your right leg just flop out to the side. And now we're doing half frog, holding on to our left ankle. Opening through the inner thigh, the groin area, the pelvic floor. Just relax. One more deep breath in and out. And then you're going to set this left leg down and straighten out the right leg. For an inner thigh stretch, flat on the ground, use your hands to weigh down your leg on the left and maybe weigh down your hip on the right so that you're flat on the bed or on the yoga mat and that you're not tipping one way or the other. Just breathe. One more deep breath in and out. Now go ahead and straighten your left leg. And you're actually going to cross it over your right. So make sure your body is in a good alignment. And then cross your left leg over your right. In this position, after all that opening and releasing, we're now going to send a signal to our brain that we don't need to release the bladder anymore. So the bladder, if you had any feelings or sensations of needing to go to the bathroom during that time, we're now going to send a signal to our brain that our bladder is empty. We don't need to go to the bathroom. So do 3 Kegel exercises. Squeeze and lift your pelvic floor muscles and then fully release. Again, squeeze and lift your pelvic floor muscles and then fully release. One more time, and this time we're gonna hold it. So squeeze and lift the pelvic floor muscles like you're closing off the front and back passages, squeezing and lifting toward your head. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Maybe even squeezing your inner thighs together just a little bit. Hold it, and then release. All right. In this position, keep your legs crossed, or you can uncross them, and you're gonna bend up your legs carefully. Might take a few steps of your legs. Bend up your legs, keeping that left leg crossed over the right. And for this, you might need a pillow. You're going to shift your hips over to the left and then drop both knees down toward the right. Maybe down onto that pillow so that you don't feel like your legs are dangling in midair. This is meant to be a relaxing twist, restorative twist. So just breathe deeply and relax. Breathe into your belly. Try to make your shoulders, the backs of your shoulders and shoulder blades touch the bed or the floor beneath you. Releasing and letting go. A couple more breaths. Let your body melt. One more deep breath. Now unwind your legs. Unwind, unwind. Carefully come up. And lift up your hips just a couple of times. Just a lift and a lower. Recenter yourself. And then straighten out your legs. This time, right leg goes over the left. Little twist, or little cross of the legs, right over left. And 3 Kegel exercises. So squeeze and lift your pelvic floor muscles up toward your head. Like you're closing off the front and back passages, the urethra, the vagina, the anus, closing them off and lifting, and then release all the way. Again, squeeze and lift, 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 hold it, and then let it go. Totally release and relax. One more time, squeeze and lift. This time, hold it for longer. Squeeze and lift, 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 lift. Hold it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now release. Let it go. If you want to uncross your legs right now, you totally can. Whatever feels good to you. Release all the way. Make sure you're relaxed, and then let's go ahead and bend up our legs. still with that right leg crossed over the left. Now shift your hips to the right and drop both knees toward the left, just like before. And drop them down. Feel as if your shoulder blades are down on the bed beneath you, and just sink into this twist. If you need another pillow, grab one so that you're taking up that space and your legs can relax into the pillow. Know that twists are wonderful for digestion, and good digestion is really important for pelvic health. Breathe deeply and relax. One more nice deep breath in and out. And then just like before, carefully unwind yourself, unwind your legs. Set your feet down. Lift your hips up to recenter yourself just a couple of times. And we're going to end with a reclined butterfly. So if you need to have another pillow, hopefully your bed has lots of pillows. You might even fold over your pillow to make it higher. You are simply going to let your feet come together and your knees flop apart, and just relax in this reclined butterfly position. Take a deep breath into your low belly, into your pelvic floor, expanding on the inhale. And then I want you to, when you're ready, do 3 more Kegel exercises. So on your own time, squeeze and lift the pelvic floor muscles. Hold it for 3 to 5 seconds and then fully release. So 3 times, 3 Kegel exercises. Squeeze and lift the pelvic floor muscles, closing off the front and back passages, holding it, and release all the way. In this stretched position, you should feel that nice release. The letting go is really important. So let's just do one more together. One more squeeze and lift of those pelvic floor muscles. You should really feel that contraction since your muscles are on stretch right now. Contracting, squeezing, and lifting. And then fully release. Telling your brain and your body that you're in control. Your muscles are in control. Your bladder can relax. Your body can relax. There's no need to hold on to any tension. You are ready to just release, relax, and let go for sleep. Uninterrupted sleep. Please enjoy another couple of deep breaths in this position. And I'm going to turn to my side as you continue to relax. And I'm going to share with you just a quick tip about sleeping positions. So you stay right where you are, breathing deeply. And I'll just share that alignment is really important for any type of issue, any type of health issue or pelvic health issue, any type of back pain. for any reason, health issue you may have, or just to stay healthy in general, you really want to think about sleeping with good alignment. So 2 different positions that can be really helpful for prolapse or bladder leakage or any pelvic health issue is lying on your back with a pillow under your knees. This can help reduce strain and pressure on your low back. Another position, if you find yourself sleeping on your side, is to use a pillow between your knees and just 1 pillow under your head. You don't want 2 pillows or anything that's going to cause your neck to really crank up like this. Just 1 pillow. And then 1 pillow between your knees. That helps keep everything in a good alignment. You can also play with putting another pillow between your ankles, plus the pillow under your head. That's gonna really make sure everything is in alignment and there's no issues that are causing anything to be out of whack for your joints. So keeping everything in a straight line is a really nice thing to do for your pelvic health. So when you're looking at sleep positions, don't be afraid to use pillows as needed to do what's best for your body. So find that beautiful sleeping position, and I wish you a beautiful night of rest, sweet dreams, and until next time, remember, eat clean, move every day, and you will shine brighter. Good night.